see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us names. I can feel the sunlight shining.
Well, good. Oh, hold on 1 second, folks. All right. Well, that was interesting. Let's start this over. Good morning and welcome to episode 891 of the Lost Project Morning Show, where the coffee is strong, the opinions are stronger, and everything is always filter free. I'm Brian, your host, and it's June 8th, 2026. This morning, I'm enjoying a fresh cup of light Colombian from foodforestfarms.com because life's too short for shitty coffee. At Food Forest Farms, your beans are roasted by real human hands using a clean stream air roaster. More than just a customer, your family. Get 10% off with code LOTS10. That's LOTS10, and shipping is always free. While you're there, check out the C4 Club for even more awesome perks. Today, we got another pack show, cabin cleanup, and what comes next on my build list. My thoughts on the controversy surrounding the hotel pool day passes here locally, Congress passing a war powers resolution, and whether it will actually change anything, and a look at the floating solar projects and why I think there's much better places to put solar panels. Grab your coffee, smash that like button, and let's get started. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Sorry about that mix up. Good morning. Mix up at the beginning. I had Facebook open here. I noticed last week or the week before. I'm going to try this again. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. I noticed last week or the week before I had comments that came in on the YouTube or the Facebook live stream, and it didn't notify me in StreamYard. So I wanted to have it up on the screen, but when it started playing the volume. So yeah, well, that was a no-go. Guess I should have muted the site. That is done now, so we'll see how that goes. If they pop up even. But anyway, back to the StreamYard feed. Good morning, Rewilder Life. Thanks for stopping in. And Pip, how's it going in this morning? Didn't sleep in today. Was thinking about picking up the replay crew patch, but in for the live show this morning. And Canadian Farmstead, hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, guys, it's been an interesting week. It's gotten definitely. I was talking about summer setting in last week or the week before here in Tennessee, and it definitely has. It is hot and humid, and yeah, air conditioner weather for sure. Only a little bit of temp to go up still, but we'll be there. It's not bad. It's not horrible. Like I said last week, it's better than the negative 30 in Minnesota in the winter. So I'll take it over that any day. But anyway, let's get to that Bitcoin guessing game contest. We start off with that every week. We over in the Telegram group, you guess what price you think the price of Bitcoin will be, and on Monday morning, right around 5 after we intro the show. And right now, Bitcoin is down for the 24. It's been down all week and up a little bit though over the last day or so. Bitcoin price right now, currently June 8th. 2026, 6:06 a.m. is $63,113. $63,113. Long ways from the all-time high up there in the 120s. But anyway, $63,113. Let me pull up my list of guesses here. Where did you go now, man? Ever since the cat messed up my computer here, the day I left my keyboard on, it has been a struggle, even not live, even just trying to find things as I go. Anyway, my guess, you can see it up there on the board. If you Canadian Farmstead says Bitcoin's almost worthless now. Yep, almost worthless. Almost getting there. Going to zero. No, I don't think it's going to zero, and I think hopefully we're approaching a bottom. I mean, relatively close to a bottom, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not a financial guru by any means. I think Bitcoin is something you just stack and stack and stack. And if you look at the price, you watch the price, that's good. We watch it every week just for the guessing game. But you can see up there on the screen, if you're watching the video, that my guess is staying at $84,321. That's just staying there until Bitcoin hits that. That might be a while. We'll see. But anyway, that is not even close. Let's get into the other guesses. Palm Tree, in the winner from last week, stayed with his guess of $77,777.77. That is not the winner this week. Chris Dixon in with a guess $74,569. He prices righted Blueberry, Texas, who was in at $74,500. Both of them thought it was going to go up a little bit, and they were not correct. Theseus Ellis in with a guess of $72,500. Canadian Farmstead, delayed guess this week. He played a little strategy game and waited till way later in the week to watch what the price action was doing, and then came in with the guess of 56,000 even. Still couldn't win. Still couldn't win. Everybody guesses on Monday, maybe Tuesday. Canadian Farmstead waited till like Saturday and guesses, and still couldn't win. Two closest guesses in were with Pip. Pip in the crowd this morning. Pip, congratulations, you were in as close as scrambling. It was a close one. It was a close match this week. Scrambling with the guess of 68,888, and Pip in with the win. Close enough. I mean, that's close enough, within 5,000 for sure. Pip in with the guess of $58,795.44. That 44 cents put it over the top. Pip in with the guess and the win. Congratulations, Pip. You win absolutely nothing. Congratulations on that. Bragging rights for the week, and you get to run the show over in the Telegram group. Yeah, you have all the cred over there this week. So anyway, if you'd want to get in on the guessing game and hang out with a bunch of cool folks over at the Telegram group, we talk about all sorts of fun stuff. Post a bunch of crazy memes and talk. Well, I mean, we talk serious stuff, get shit done stuff, sarcastic bullshit stuff, and all the like. It is a good time, and you should join us at t.me/lotschat. That's t.me/lotschat. And Canadian Farmstead says I can't even win cheating. Canadian, he also says Pip may have won nothing, but he won all the nothing. Yes, he won all the nothing for the week. For sure, won all the nothing for the week. Hunter in over on Twitch. How's it going, Hunter? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. I don't think I didn't even notice it down here at the bottom of my list of guesses. John Palmer. I thought my guess was bad, 84,821. And I do it just because it's on the board, and I don't feel like digging up a dry erase and erasing it, put a new board, or put a number up, and I just hope that Bitcoin will get up there. John Palmer has the opportunity of just typing in random numbers on the keyboard and continues to guess $87,654.32. And man, he is farther off than I am. But anyway, I forgot to mention John's guest this morning. John, you didn't win. You were the furthest. You were the biggest loser. And I guess, there was a show that was good to be the biggest loser, but I don't know about in this guessing game contest. But congratulations, John. Let's see. Speaking of Bitcoin, got some things on my list here about Bitcoin. Blockstream Core came in this week. It is still in the cellophane. Canadian Farm says he's going to be right at some point. I hope he's right like next week. I hope he beats me next week, and the price is over 87,000. That'd be fantastic. But anyway, Blockstream Core came in this week. It's still in the cellophane. I got it planned to open it up. I'm going to do an unboxing video. I'm going to do a setup video, and then use it for a while and do a couple reviews and stuff on it. So excited about that. That's another hardware wallet in the Blockstream Jade family of hardware wallets. So you got the Jade Plus, and the Jade Core. Pretty much Jade Core. It sounds like the Jade Core is replacing the Jade. It's still going to be available, but this is going to be their go-to model, and it's supposed to be dead simple, easy to set up, easy to use. Basically your beginner hardware wallet, and it comes in at about $100. So you can get that. You can get it at 10% off with code of the Lots Project, or you can click the link that's in all the video descriptions, or we're on the website, or things like that if you want to learn about Blockstream Jade. Plus, I do have some review articles and things like that over at the website, thelotsproject.com. So check that out. I earn a commission when you buy one with my link, and I appreciate that very much. Excited to get it open and get it set up. I'm trying to decide if I want to use a burner phone to do a complete clean install of the Green app or the Blockstream app, because I use it with my Jade Plus and I love it. It's very easy to use. You can buy Bitcoin right in the app. Man, when they did the redesign of the app, they did it really nice, and they've added Lightning to on-chain through Liquid functionality, so you can convert you can get paid in Lightning. You can get paid on a Lightning invoice through Liquid, and then it go on-chain in your hardware wallet, or you can pay a Lightning or Liquid invoice from your hardware wallet from your on-chain balance. So really cool functionality there, and they're always developing new stuff, and I'm excited to check out this Jade Core. Another thing on the Bitcoin front that I haven't talked about really in a while, Fold app. If you're not using Fold and you tell me you can't afford Bitcoin, that's just not true. Basically, what Fold started as was a debit card. There's an app that goes with the debit card. You can earn Bitcoin by using your debit card, just like your bank debit card. You deposit money into the account, use it just like a debit card. It has a PIN, all of that, FDI insured, and whatnot. But they make it when you earn small amounts of Bitcoin just by swiping your debit card like you normally do. But there are ways that you can increase your Bitcoin rewards through there. There is a daily spin, which is a very minimal amount. I think it's just to get you to open the app or remind you that the app is there. But gift cards are the biggest way. I think the biggest savings, non-purchased Bitcoin rewards is what I would say. The list of gift cards you can buy is incredibly long. I was doing a screen grab of it yesterday to do a short, and I was scrolling through, and I had to scroll through pretty fast, and I don't even know if you can like look at what is on the list about how many different gift cards you can buy through the Fold app, but it was incredibly long list. I really need to count how many it is. But I mainly use mine for Lowe's with our Lowe's spending. Buy gift cards, I get 4% back, I believe, in Bitcoin. When I buy a gift card, they have denominations 50, 100, 250, more. And then they also run like weekly bonuses. So your 4% might be 6% this weekend or 8%, and you can load up on gift cards at a higher rate. So that is good morning, Martinson family. Thanks for popping in. That is a really cool feature, because if you're going to be buying stuff anyway, you can just use your balance in the Fold card to buy a gift card, and then use the gift card in the app instead of using your bank card or the Fold card itself. Super easy to use in the app. The app is pretty straightforward. They've done a couple redesigns over the years, and I think it's finally streamlined. Places like DoorDash and here, let me pull it out 1 second. Enthralling audio, I'm sure, but let me see. Got Airbnb, Amazon's another big one. When we were ordering a lot of Amazon, we definitely use this. It's if you know how much you're spending on Amazon every month, you can just go ahead and pre-purchase the gift cards and then enter them into your Amazon account, and they can just preload them. Kroger, Lowe's, 1-800 Pet Supplies, Ace Hardware, Adidas, Apple Store, if you're into buying stuff like that, an Apple Store, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, DoorDash I know is on here, and it's not loading right now. I just because I've had my app open, it kind of hangs up there, and it's not going to load on me. But yeah, tons of different gift cards. So if you're interested in signing up for Fold, I'll put the link in the comment section here. Sorry about that for the Canadian folks. I don't believe it is available up in Canada at the moment, but I'll put it in the comment stream. And it'll also be in the video description. If you sign up with my link, when you make your first purchase through your debit card, so you fund your debit card, you make a purchase, you're going to earn an extra $10 in Bitcoin, and I'll earn an extra $5 in Bitcoin. So I appreciate that, and then get a little kickback every time you swipe your card, which is a really cool feature. And then you're also available to use your link and get your friends to start using it too if you want. It's not a ton of extra Bitcoin, but every little bit stacks, helps. Hunter says, and you can favorite the ones you use the most. It's much easier. Yeah, you favorite them, they go to the top of the list. And but every once in a while, they're always adding them. There is just a ton of different stuff you can use. So it's not like you have to go spend stuff on or spend money on stuff that you're not buying already. There's literally, if you're not using cards on that list, or companies on that list, I don't think you're spending money really. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know. Scrolling through the list yesterday, there's just got to be something on there that you're already buying. So I don't know. It's if you want to get into Bitcoin and you don't want to spend money on Bitcoin, you just want to start accumulating. You can really do a bit of business there. There are also ways to get money back on the bill pays, like paying your mortgage, your car payments, things like that. Canadian Farmstead says ShakePay is still the king up in Canada. Yeah, ShakePay is a very similar service as Fold, and yeah, who knows? Maybe they're like kissing cousins or something. But anyway, there's also a couple of ways to actually spend money on Bitcoin in the Fold app. You can purchase Bitcoin directly in the Fold app. You can just go in and use your balance that you've deposited into your Fold account and buy Bitcoin. You can do a reoccurring buy, like a daily cost averaging, or a reoccurring buy. If you don't know what that is, it basically you buy the same time period every week, every day, every month, and the same amount, regardless of price, and it basically averages out, and you come out ahead in the end instead of trying to play the price game. So you can do that there. You can set up reoccurring buys. You can do what is called a roundup, where every time you use your card to purchase, the change that's left over. So if you spend $5.25, 75 cents will go on a little counter, and when it gets to $10, it will purchase $10 in Bitcoin. So basically, you're saving the change, throwing the change in the change bucket, and then it automatically purchases Bitcoin when it reaches $10. And you can also multiply that. I think you do 1 times, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. So it actually multiplies more than just a change every time you get to $10 in accumulated savings, quote unquote savings. It'll make that purchase. So that's another way. And then you can also set up direct deposit, just like your bank account. So your paycheck, you can put all your paycheck, you can put half of your paycheck, a quarter of your paycheck, whatever you want. Any direct deposit you can set up as just like you would a normal bank account. But then you can set up a free feature where when that direct deposit goes through to the Fold card, you can have a portion of it go direct to Bitcoin. A portion of it, all of it, whatever you want. So if you're having your paycheck split between your bank account and your Fold account, and you have, say, $500 a paycheck go to your Fold account, and you want to buy $400 worth of gift cards, you can set it up so that $100 of your direct deposit every time it goes in goes directly to Bitcoin, and it accumulates there in the Fold app. I would suggest that you take it off Fold when you get it, when it's available. along with your rewards, along with your roundup purchases, along with your your reoccurring purchases. Take that off and put that into something like hardware wallet, like the Jade Plus, whatever you want. If you want to go with a Trezor or something else, get it off the app. As much as I love Fold, it is non custodial or custodial. they they own your keys, so just send it off of there. It is your Bitcoin. It's there. I think it's safe. I don't think they're going to screw you over, but you never know what happens in the future. And when you send it off to your own wallet and you own your keys, it's your Bitcoin. One other thing that popped up about Fold this week is I got my Fold credit card. They've dove into the credit card game. It's been for a while. Like you were able to sign up. Man, it was a while ago for the waiting list. They did some surveys. They had to do some finalization and things. But super cool card, metal. Showed up. It was heavy. It had a really cool texture. It's like engraved. And I don't know if that's just for the first round of folks that get it or if that's going to be going forward. But metal card, hoity toity. I was actually curious if it was real metal. I had a magnet here and whoop, stuck right to the magnet. So hope I didn't erase the chip with it next to that magnet. But cool metal card, and that's Bitcoin rewards on that credit card. So returns in Bitcoin instead of airline miles or some other crap that you're not going to use. You just accumulate Bitcoin and you manage that right in the app as well. So Fold, like I said, link is in the video description and the audio description and in the comments down there. use.foldapp.com/R, which is a referral, I believe, /FANEWETX. Join my spin squad. If you have any questions about Fold, feel free to reach out to me. You can do that over on Telegram or any messages, emails, or yeah, it's not hard to find me. So I suggest Fold for ways to buy. Canadian Farm says Brian has the worst paperweight ever. Yeah, well, I mean, even if I didn't erase the chip, it'd probably be a paperweight anyway because not a fan of credit cards. And I can just use the Fold debit card just as easy as the credit card and not spend money I don't have. So it probably is. I was in that initial round of Fold users that basically was pushed into. They signed you up. I guess they asked if you want to be on the list, but was able to accumulate some Bitcoin by sharing and promoting it a little bit. So I got the card. I probably will never use it, honestly, but you never know. So yeah, it is a paperweight. It is kind of heavy. I don't know. Pretty cool card. Pretty cool card. All right, let's get some coffee here. That's a little Bitcoin update. It's a good time to buy, guys. I really think I saw a infographic the other day that this is I think the third time in the last 8 years that Bitcoin is in the fire sale zone, basically on the natural price increase graph. There's different zones, high and low on it, and it is fallen into the place where you want to buy. Like this is a good place to buy. It might go down. It's not going to go down significantly enough, I don't think. And I don't know. This isn't financial advice. I just don't think it's going to go down significantly enough that you're going to be upset that you bought it at this price. I think the upside is way more than trying to play the bottom of the price game. Just my opinion. I don't know. And if you're dollar cost averaging over on Fold or earning rewards or just buying because you're buying instead of watching the price, it really doesn't matter. So, it just went green. Just went green. We're up to 63,574. Look at that. Making headway here during the show live. Let's see. Echo radios are on the way. I'm excited to get these things. I mentioned them last week. Friend of ours told me about the Echo radio. Said it might be a solution for our comms at the cabin. I've talked about it a few times that there's very minimal Verizon cell service around here. And so we've been debating getting different phones, different phone carriers, and things like that. Haven't done it yet. We've been with Verizon. Fuck, I I got my first Verizon account when I was 17, 19. I don't know. It was in the 90s. let's let's put it that way. So well over 25 years for me. Corey, that was her first phone. She's kept her number, so she's been, yeah, well over that. So it's one of those things you're used to. I don't want to change. I don't want to change. But we get zero service out of the cabin. I get enough service to get notifications, but won't even load the messages. Like, I'll get a notification that I have a Telegram message, then I'll open the Telegram app, and there's not enough service for it to load. So very minimal service out there. Friends that come out, they get a little service with AT&T and other carrier networks, so there is service out there, but just not Verizon. But these radios, they work over cell phone man, so they're not an off grid comms, not like a grid down comm situation where you need cell signal, but you need very minimal cell signal, and it works across networks. So Rewild Life says your Starlink. Yeah, we use Starlink all the time, and that's where we get service. We use Wi-Fi calling on our phone, so anytime we're at the cabin, we have plenty of phone service. That's the only way we can really use our phones at the camper, and we will be moving the Starlink out to the cabin. But when we need it at the camper and one of us at the cabin, or we're just going out to work for the weekend, we're not going to pack it up and move it. So these radios will be a way that Corey can get a hold of me when I'm out there. Hopefully, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten them. From what I read, the reviews and things like that, it looks like they're going to be great. Basically, it's a push to talk radio, like the old Nextel radios, or the Nextel phones, and you can set up comms. You can set up groups. You can set up just two of us, Corey and I, in a group. We can set up a family group. So if you are an or a full time RVer like we were, or are, I guess, still, if you are a camper, if you are a hiker, if you're going out in the woods a lot by yourself, you can set up a family group where you can talk, and it's a family group, and so you can do anywhere from 2 people in a group to 250, I think, or 200 was top end, somewhere in like that. So you can have different groups on the radio, which will be cool. I think if we fire it up and we have if it works well, I might do some sort of for some sort of lots project group where anybody that picks up a radio, we get a little comms group together, and we can bullshit and stuff on the radio instead of online. I don't know, but private comms, point to point, push to talk. I'm excited. I'll feel a little more comfortable being out there by myself doing the things I'm doing, running a chainsaw, walking through the woods, and it just, it's uneven ground, and you bust an ankle, and you like, what are you gonna do? And just lay there and wait for somebody to come and find you, I guess. But it'll be nice to have that radio and be able to call for help, get a hold of somebody, or we'll see. But they're on their way. I ordered them up. They're shipping from China. That is might be a sticker for some people. I don't know. Your phones, every phone's coming from China. Um, Rewilder Life says a monthly fee. It is $20 a year per radio, and the first year comes in the price of the radio. And I also have a coupon code for $40 off, $40 off per order. So that save your cost of two services per radio, two radio service fees. I don't know, but $20 a year, so less than $2 a month to have that. we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna test them out. Reviews were good enough that I bought them. I think with my discount code right now they're on sale for, and I think it's like it looks like one of those perpetual sales. 2 radios and 2 service plans for a year for $199. And then you throw on the $40 off, and it was like 160 bucks total for the 2 radios and the service for a year for both of those radios with that coupon code. So not horrible, not horrible, especially to give it a try. And I think there was a money back guarantee time. So like if I get them and I try them out and they're absolutely horse shit or they don't work as advertised or for some reason don't get don't get service or can't use them at our property. I don't know why that would be, but can always return them, I guess. So we will see. We will see. On a way on a slow boat from China. They'll be here soon. So we will see how that goes. I will definitely keep everyone updated. Cabin this week was not a whole lot, not a whole lot of progress, but important progress nonetheless. Did a lot of cleaning up. We've been pounding away at a lot of construction for really going on a year. We look back and the roof got installed about a month from now. It'll be a year. It was the first end of the first week of July last year that the roof went up. We've made a lot of progress since then. When I look at it, I wish we've made more. But we've also run into a lot of roadblocks along the way with the weather, with the road being impassable for quite a while, with the big ice storm this winter and not being able to get out there, and just things along the way. And we don't have a ton of time to get out there and work. It's not like we're working on it full time. So I sit back and I think about the restrictions. I guess restrictions isn't really the right word. Are the circumstances around this build, and I realized that we've done a ton. Corey and I've done it pretty much by ourselves. I mean, we've had people come out and help here and there, but pretty much her and I or me doing work, us together on her days off, and when I can get out there beyond what I'm required to be out there for other purposes. So we've gotten a lot done, but we pounded on the construction for months and months and months, and never really stopped and re-cleaned up our storage situation. And we've been kind of keeping our tools out and using them in the cabin, using the cabin as a storage space and things like that. So with metal project getting wrapped up, with everything dried in, and then we're going to move in and work on the floor next, it was time to just take a break and clean up all the scrap wood, get everything organized, kind of take an inventory of what kind of lumber stock we have left, get the shed organized, because we're going to have to take everything out of the cabin that we've been kind of using it as a little bit of storage, and we're going to have to take that all out to install the floor. So that's what we did this week. The soft shed, I totally cleaned out all the scrap and organized all the scrap wood that we have. I reorganized all the full size lumber we have. The shed got completely cleaned out, pulled everything out of it and reorganized. Was able to move a bunch of wood that we had stored in the shed originally and put that in the soft shed. So just lots of cleaning up and lots of preparing to move on, and I think that was it was a good thing. It felt good to open them up and see them nice and clean instead of kind of searching for things and searching for different little scraps of lumber. They're all kind of separated now into similar lengths and styles. So that's good. That's good. Got that done. I did get the biochar reactor retort, I guess, not reactor, nuclear reactor. I got the biochar retort filled up and kind of messed around with how to fill the outside. Had a bunch of scrap that I was able to use to fill it up. I'm not really happy with the amount of room between my inner drum and my outer drum of my biochar retort, and I didn't get a chance to fire it off. Corey and I took a short day on Saturday. We went out, we finished up cleaning up the shed, and then we spent the afternoon, had a little date afternoon, went and saw some live music at a local marina here. Has a little bar restaurant, and we're having some live music in the afternoon. So we took short day, and I want to be there for the full cycle of the first biochar run, and so I didn't light that off. Sometime this week I will get out there. I'm going to be doing some floor prep, and I think I'll do a run of that at some point and just start cleaning up more brush and trees for the solar field. But basically, got a bunch cleaned up and got that prepped up. Did a whole ton of reading and decision making on the floor. I'm back to another point where there's several different opinions on how to go forward with what we're doing next. We're putting down sheet vinyl. We're not doing the plank vinyl. We're doing the big sheet, the old school linoleum sheet vinyl with a nice cushioned back. And there's a bunch of different school of thoughts on how to prep the floor before doing it. Man, like just contradicting opinions here, there, pros and cons to all the different things. Cost difference for sure, big cost difference. Um, Lots of labor difference, lots of skill level difference, and kind of wading through that. It's reminding me going back to like when we were getting ready to put windows and figuring out how we were going to layer everything in the walls. 6 different guys have 5 different opinions. Rewilder Life says hers is not glued down, sheet vinyl. Yeah, I that is another thing. The edge glue down, the floating floor, or the full spread adhesive. And the manufacturer of ours, so I one thing I did do is download the manufacturer's instructions and go through that. I also ran it through AI to give me summaries of everything, and I read it from the beginning to the end. And it said for this product, new construction is highly recommended that you do free or full spread adhesive, edge to edge adhesive. So I think that's what I got to go. Pip says opinions are like diapers. We all know when they stink. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them and they all stink. But I'm not a pro, so I'm hoping that some of these people know what the fuck they're talking about. So yeah, Rewilder Life says there you go. Yeah, we're definitely gluing it down all the way. My bigger concern is the prep before we lay the floor down. Some people say do the seams, the subfloor seams and the screw heads. Some say do the subfloor seams, screw heads, and completely skim coat the whole floor. Some people say screw that and put down a whole new floor of Luan, then skim coat the seams and the staple heads or the staple dimples, and then put the floor down. And there's also differing opinions on what will telegraph through the floor, how smooth is. Some people say sand your subfloor. Others say that with the backing on the cushioned vinyl that it's not going to telegraph through OSB, especially Durastrand, which we used for our subfloor. So just how much prep to do, and what I want to put into it as far as labor and money, for how much it would actually show through the vinyl. I don't know. And the problem is, it's not like I can't do the seams and the screw heads, put the vinyl down, and go, oh, I should have done it more. Basically, I have to make a decision, do it, and put the floor down and live with the results. Rather Life says, "Oh yeah, every crack you will see, ours is over the subfloor." Yeah, the cracks I know. So that's really the conclusion I came to. Basically, I'm going to do all the seams in the subfloor, all the screw heads, and then evaluate what the floor looks like. At that point, I'm going to decide whether I want to skim coat the whole floor, basically with a squeegee or a large trowel, and make it all smooth. I don't want to go the Luan route. The Luan is, man, it's like another $1,000 to put down Luan, like quarter-inch plywood, all over the floor, and then I still have to go in and do the skim coat of the seams of the Luan and the staple, where you staple it down, and it's a lot of staples. So I think I'm gonna do, and I have a material list. I'm probably gonna pick it up early this week and start messing with it. Basically, skim coat all the seams of the tongue and groove floor. Um, Yeah, Revival Life says, plus you have cracks and seams again, right, with the Luan. Plus you have $900 and more labor. So it's just like, I don't know. And it's really tough wading through the different things. Like we're doing quote unquote new construction with brand new Durastrand. A lot of these guys are talking about putting it in over floors that got ripped out, over top of floors that are already there, over um, old shitty OSB that's kind of been tore up. So there's a lot of different factors going into what the advice is. So Reality Life says, isn't there self-leveling floor stuff? There is, but it's basically like putting a layer of concrete on the floor that I didn't account for in our weight estimates on. It's it's a mess. It's heavy. There is. I did look into that option, and I don't think it's appropriate for our application. So basically, the skim coat would be, um, yeah, run it across with a squeegee and make it smooth if it's not smooth enough already. So got to get in there, got to do the seams and feather those out and see really what it looks like. There's techniques that I can use to really see what the texture is with laying a flashlight on the ground and running it across in the dark, not well in the low light, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the seams. The seams and the screw heads have to be done regardless. So I'm going to start with that and see how it looks, and then decide how I want to proceed from there. So that's the next step here, and then get that couple really big sheets of vinyl laid down. So new skills. Everything we do is a new fucking skill. I'll be excited when I get to the electrical and the plumbing. That's stuff I already know how to do, and I'll just have to look up little things here and there. There's no large technique things that I have to look up. So I'll be excited when I get to those steps. Um, so that's the cabin progress. Um, what is on the list here, man? This coffee tastes great today. Light Colombian, always one of my always one of my favorites. Light Colombian. Life says, I do not envy you. That crap is pain in the ass. Well, and I read about it, and like, here's the thing that really worries me. I hate fucking drywall. Anybody that's in my Telegram group or has listened to the show or yeah knows how much I love drywall. Um, and that's not just because of the experience while we were selling the house. That's literally because I hate mudding and taping. I don't mind putting drywall up. That's not horrible. I don't mind cutting drywall and fitting it and all that. That's fine. Mudding and taping is and sanding. It's one of those things that I just not me. Can't do it. Fortunately, from what I read, doing the skim coat in the cracks and the screw heads is not even close to as difficult as doing drywall mud. So fingers crossed that that's actually the case, and it goes smooth. Pun intended. It goes smooth and easy. We'll see. We'll see. But as I look at wall coverings, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we should do drywall. And I just like need to find somebody here that enjoys doing it. And I'm like, hey, come on over and just do all the mud and tape and sanding of my place. I don't have any money to give you, but if you enjoy it, I got some work for you. Next on the list. Okay, so Rueller like says there's a reason paneling was invented, right? And I'm pretty sure that's coming back in style. So lucky for us, paneling's coming back. And even if it's not, we really don't care. While back, man, it must have been a year ago now. Talked about a big fire in Savannah where we go to get groceries. Savannah, Tennessee, not Savannah, Georgia. They were building a hotel right on the river. So you go across the Tennessee River Bridge, you come down into Savannah on the other side of the river, and they were putting a big hotel. I guess not. I've seen way bigger. But man, probably like an 8-story sleep in. Was touted like what I saw from the advertisements is supposed to be a little higher end. I looked at the prices of the rooms yesterday in a little prep for the show for this story, and it looks like the rooms are average hotel price now. There's nothing crazy. I think 120 to $200 for a room for the night, depending on when and what room you're getting. So not totally out of line with your average Hampton Inn or something like that, but a nice hotel. And the cool part is it's right on the river, like riverfront for sure. They offer river view rooms, which man, it's got to be 3 sides of the hotel have river view rooms, and it's really it's right next to the boat launch. Right there on the river, and we've been to the boat launch a couple times, and it is a cool view. So I can see where it'd be really nice out of that hotel. You get up in the air a little bit and see it. So Corey and I I was like, man, maybe we should get a room. We don't really have anything to do with the dogs. So it's just not feasible. And yesterday I saw that they allow 1 pet per room and a maximum of 35 pounds. So yeah, we're fucking out. But anyway, thought about getting a room there and checking it out. It looks pretty cool. But once they got it it burned down. They had the frame up and everything, and somebody set it on fire. It burned completely down. They re-put it up, and it was like a month ago, maybe a little bit more. They were getting ready to open, and I was driving by, and I noticed the pool that they put in next to this place. And so the pool is in between the hotel and the river, and it looks to be, and from looking at it a little bit more, it's an infinity pool that if you don't know what that is, it's basically the water goes out and it actually drains over the edge into a reservoir and then pumps back up into the pool. So it looks like the pool just goes and like there's a horizon and it goes out to the river. So I can imagine that's a pretty cool view to hang out in the pool and overlook the river. And it looks like there's a swim up bar that's open out there, and just a really nice setup, and which intrigued me even more. And I was like, man, even if we got to, it's only 20 minutes from the camper. Even if we got to let the dogs have a long day, go hang out in the room and hang out in the pool, and come back, let the dogs out, go back, hang out in the evening, get something to eat, do whatever, hang out in the room, look at the view, then come back for the night. It might be worth $120. Cool pool, right? I was like, maybe it's worth the price of the room. And so just thinking about it, and I'm looking at Pip says you had me at swim up bar, right? Like maybe I pay $150 to go hang out at the pool and swim up to the bar. Pay for an Uber home. Um, but anyway, I'm in the local Facebook groups in the area here, and I see the started real sparsely as people were like, are they gonna have day passes for the pool at the new hotel? And this is a foreign concept to me for sure. They have a pool in town. I'm pretty sure they have several within the driving area of town. But people started asking if they're going to have day passes for the pool, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I would be fucking pissed if I booked a room in the hotel because of the pool, not just because of the pool, but like if I was coming from out of town or I had family coming into town and I booked hotel room, and one of the perks was this cool infinity pool over the river with the swim up bar. There can't be a ton of guests that are going to be out there. It's not going to be like your summer public pool. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It's not mine. I'd rather just kind of be chill and be hanging out. Um, I was like, man, that's kind of fucked up. Would they really do that? Well, this weekend, no, this past week, end of the week, I see their post on the Facebook group that they're now offering day passes to the hotel pool. I was like, this is a thing. What the fuck? And so 25 Monday through Monday through Thursday, $25 per person to come, and you get to from the time the pool opens in the morning till the time it goes, you get access to the pool. No other amenities at the hotel, just the pool and the swim up bar. And I was like, well, that's not horrible. And then Friday through Sunday, $35 per person. I was like, I guess. I mean, that's not horrible. It's not a horrible price for what you get. And so I was curious what the public thought. First of all, I think it's a horrible idea. I think the amenities of the hotel are meant for the people renting the rooms at the hotel, not meant for public access, whether there's you pay for it or not. I think that's a disservice to your customers that are booking your rooms in your hotel and expecting the amenities to be for the hotel guests. Regardless of what I think, I was wondering what the public thought, because there were a million fucking comments on it like instantly. Mixed bag. A lot of people agree with me. That, man, I'd be really pissed if I booked a room, and some people had booked rooms, like we were saying, like a getaway staycation, but go to a hotel in town, and were mad that there was the possibility of just a public shit show at the pool. And I get it. Knowing this, I would probably, I don't know if I'd do it or not. But the people that were upset at the price were even more shocking to me. People saying that that's way too expensive, that they're trying to keep a certain clientele. And I'm like, of course they are. They have a hotel reputation that they want. They don't want free access to the pool where everybody and their brother and Uncle Eddie can roll in with his wife beater pulled down through his Speedo and be diving off the diving board. That's their prerogative. But man, the questions. $25 for everybody, each person. $25 for my 2-year-old. Yes, the post literally says $25 per person per day. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about a hotel offering pool passes, daily pool passes? Would you be pissed if you rented a room? If you booked a room in a hotel and has a beautiful pool and you showed up and there were a bunch of people that just bought day passes, maybe that doesn't bother you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'd have to wait and see what the atmosphere was like and how many people took advantage of these day passes. But if I showed up and the pool was packed and it was a bunch of people that just rolled up for the day, probably wouldn't be too happy with that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's only been a few days. I'm going to keep an eye on the local chatter on it, and we'll see. Maybe I'll keep an eye on the hotel reviews and see how that goes. Rewilder Life says, "Yeah, I'd be fine in a different place." Yeah, I don't know why you do that right off the bat. Canadian Farm says that I'd probably be concerned if I went to the pool and you were there. Even if I was a hotel guest, if I had my room key, especially if I had my room key out. You want to go check out the room? Oh man, oh man. Um, real quick, I guess Israel's getting bombed to shit. I guess Israel bombs some people, and now they're getting bombed to shit. And there's your update on the Iran war. Oh yeah, and the House passed the war powers resolution, and it ain't gonna matter because even if the Senate passes it and it goes to the president, he's gonna veto it and say it's my war. I'll do what the fuck I want. There is your Iran war update for the week. Everything's fucked up, and it's gonna continue to be fucked up. Pimp says, "Don't judge me in my speedo." Man, I don't know if I'd be in a speedo. I'm a little fluffier than I used to be in my younger days. Oh God, what? God, the Iran war update went fast. I still got a couple minutes. Shit, shit. Yeah, this week gonna run that biochar. Plans for the week. Let's do plans for the week. Gonna run that biochar load at some point this week. It's just a test load. I don't know. Canadian Farm says speed don't. Yeah, that's what I wear. A speed don't. Otherwise known as board shorts. This is gonna be a test run. Like I said, I don't know the biochar retort. I think my inner drum might be a little too big. I don't know. So the theory in a 2-drum retort, if you don't know what that is, basically a 55-gallon drum, and then another drum inside it, and you put the stuff you want to turn into biochar in the smaller drum and seal it up, keep the oxygen out of it, and then run a fire inside the 55-gallon drum around the outside of the inner drum, basically heating up the inner drum. And to get wood to off gas and pyrolysize, you need to get that wood to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So maybe looking at it, there might be enough feedstock there to get it to kick off. Once it starts off gassing, it pushes out wood gas, and if it's still ignited, the wood gas coming out of the material inside that's turning into biochar in that inner drum will actually ignite and keep the fire going. So it's kind of a balancing act, seeing where you can get. I was just using scrap wood and stuff and throwing it in there. I think if I grab pallets, the space is big enough where I could neatly put a bunch of pallet wood around the outside, and then also my cap room from the top of the inner drum to the top of the 55 is small. I think I used a 30-gallon drum and probably should have used a smaller one for the internal, and I might end up having to do that anyway, but we will see. So this is a test run. I don't even know if it's gonna pyrolysize. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll see. Light that off, do some experimenting. It's a big experiment anyway. It really is. Once it gets dialed in, it'll be really sweet to be able to load it and just light it and let it go and come back the next day and have some biochar. But gonna try to work on that one of the days. I'm gonna pick up materials and start messing around with the floor patch and hopefully get rolling on that. man, and just rolling on things. The Echo radios, maybe they'll show up this week. I got to get this Jade Core opened up and start messing around with that. Get that dialed in and see how that works. Canadian Farm says it's a kerfuffle, not a war. Don't need permission from Congress for a kerfuffle. There you go. Words of wisdom from the Canadian Farmstead. All right, guys, we're in an hour. I'm going to wrap it up, get the fuck out of here, and get on with my day. Hope you all have a great week. Had a great morning. Thanks for listening to the show, and we will catch up with you next week.